I have a 23-year-old student who decided she wants to learn more about Judaism. So I set her up with people on Friday night to go to a Shabbat experience in people's families' homes in the neighborhood. Friday night, she comes there and she experiences the lighting of the candles. She experiences playing with the children and reading Jewish books. She experiences the Friday night song of Shalom Aleichem, welcoming the Sabbath Queen. Now everyone stands around the table and in their finest clothes with their finest cutlery and fine food. She sings the Eshet Chayil, a woman of valor who can find, and husband sings to his wife. And then right before the Kiddush, where we sanctify the day by making a blessing of Kiddush over the wine or the grape juice, the father gives a blessing to the children. So she told me that she's been to a number of homes, and she said that Friday night, she loves the Friday night service. She's getting really excited and wants to learn more about this special experience of Friday night bonding, family bonding on the Friday night. She said, how come when the father, right before the Kiddush, puts his hands on the children's head and he blesses them with the famous blessing of, may God make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. May God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh for the boys. How come the blessing is so loveless? I said, loveless? What do you mean by loveless? She said, Friday night, at that point in the Friday night experience, she said the father does is lines up the children, 4, 5, 6 children, puts his hands on their head, and the blessing is so quick, is so fast, that the child doesn't understand the blessing. The father sort of mumbles the blessing, and then the kiss after the blessing misses the mark. So he goes like this, like an old typewriter. Ding, ding, ding. And you try to kiss the child, and the child misses the father. She said, in my experience as an occupational therapist, in terms of tactile bonding between parents and children, that it's a lost opportunity. A father can have an opportunity to put his hands around the child, hug them warmly, give them a loving, emotionally connecting blessing. And how come the father does not do this on Friday night? In all the homes I've been to, I've seen it only once in about out of 10 homes. The father actually gives a very loving, connecting, emotionally bonding blessing. It's usually very fast, very quick, like those old typewriters. I said to myself, do I do that? Maybe I did that too. So that Friday night, I came home from synagogue. I called over my daughter, Rivka, the eldest. And I went like this. Yisimei Elokim Kisara Rivka Rachel Valeya Yivarechecha Adonai V'yishmerecha. Put my arms around her. Yer Adonai Panav Elecha V'chunecha Yis Adonai Panav Elecha Yasim Lecha Shalom. And then I leaned over and gave her a whisper, and I said, so proud of you. You were so caring. You helped mommy this week. You helped me this week. You're a big sister to your brother and sister. I'm so proud of you. I love you. So my son said, I heard that. I said, you're next. Called him my son. Yisimecha Elohim Ephraim v'Menashe. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Put my arms around him. Yer Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yis Adonai panav elecha v'yasein lecha shalom. And I leaned over and I gave him a whisper and I said, you are so helpful this week. You went to school this week. You did your homework with me. You learned with me. You helped your friends this week. You shared your sandwich with someone who didn't have a sandwich. You are a kind person. I'm so proud of you. I gave him a kiss. I did that with all my children. And I actually felt bonded, connected, more of a meaningful, bonded father-child relationship when I was slow and be able to give an intentional blessing, a conscious blessing, a conscious bracha to my children. And therefore, this way I realized from my student that I learned more from my student than I taught her, that I can make the Shabbat experience a more bonded, more spiritual, more connected experience when I'm conscious, I'm present, I'm loving, and make them realize that next to the Shabbat candles, when I give them a blessing, that Shabbat is love. That they'll remember that Shabbos means I love you. Shabbos means family bonding. It's not just a perfunctory, let's get this over with because the soup is getting cold. Rather, it's an experience, an opportunity of families to be together, to be conscious of each other, to appreciate each other, to love each other, to be present for each other. And that bonding gave me a sense of meaning and purpose of my Friday night and my Shabbat.